Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us yet again for That Solo Life, the podcast about solo PR and marketing entrepreneurs, or any entrepreneur for that matter. My name is Michelle Kane. My company is Voice Matters LLC, and I am here, as always, with my fantastic co-host, Karen Swim of Words for Hire, and she is the head honcho of the group that brings us all together, Solo PR Pro. Hi, Karen. So,
Hi, Michelle.
how's your November? Ho ho ho. It's almost that season.
No, it's too early. It's already snowing too early, and there's way too many jingle bells for my taste. It's
Right?
all a little soon.
It's all a little jarring, right? Even though it happens every year. And we landed on this topic because I was at an event this week and they were wishing everyone happy Thanksgiving, and I thought, what? That's 2 weeks away. Just calm down. Turkey's not in the oven yet, but it did bring me to realize, even despite my working on holiday things for clients, that it is that time. And we thought we'd just have a little chat about what does that mean for your business,
I
personally,
mean,
professionally,
yeah. Does anybody celebrate Thanksgiving anymore? Because I feel like we skip from Halloween straight to Christmas.
Thanksgiving just gets a raw deal. It doesn't get its due.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
about Black Friday and Christmas, and the Christmas decorations go up literally not they don't even wait until the day after Halloween anymore. It's like the
No.
night of Halloween, the Christmas decorations are up, and poor Thanksgiving.
I know. I try to hold fast, Gen X, trying to hold firm to some of the old traditions and mores. I still have my fall gear outside on the house. I am not in any rush to hoist Christmas things from the
Are they
top
covered in
shelf
icicles?
of my shed. No, not yet. Thankfully, I won't knock on my head here. There we go. No major snow yet. We have had a nice little January chill settle in these past few days in southeastern PA, but we haven't had anything to shovel yet. But it sounds like you have.
Oh yeah, we've
Yay!
had snow and
Bleh.
cold.
I'm sure some of our listeners love snow. I like playing in the snow, but you have to shovel it first. So yeah, yeah. So that's all the tis the season, and you know what, that can affect holiday plans as well. I know, um, my holiday professional personal life has kind of simmered down of late, but I know there was a season where a lot of clients were heavily involved in holiday community events, and they still are to a certain degree, but it was just, you're thinking, and I'm going to bake cookies on top of all this stuff.
Yeah,
Got
I
to
mean,
keep
being
the
in
wheels turning. Mortgages still due in December and January, so.
It's true. It's true. I feel like as communication professionals too, sometimes we celebrate I was going to say the holidays,
The horror days.
maybe a little bit differently because, months ago we were already in holiday thinking mode for clients
True,
because you've got
true.
to start working on your end of year trend stories or, next year
Right.
trend stories very early in the year. And then if you're doing holiday themed campaigns, you've already been doing those. And sometimes by the time November rolls around, you're like over it, like you're
Yeah,
sick of it, like you're sick of all the holiday stuff,
right.
because you've been mired in it already for a couple months. And then
True.
it's kind of a weird time because it can be also a time when all of a sudden everybody's coming out of the good woodwork, wanting to meet and wanting to, get onboarded. Some people don't want to wait until the new year, so you're sort of doing that. But then the crush of holidays can sometimes, cause them to want to hurry, and then you
Right.
hurry and then you stop.
Right. It's
So
the
it's an
yeah.
interesting time of year.
It's the hurry up and wait of it all, which, just intensifies this time of year, because you want to try and make that special thing happen, or, try and drum up excitement about something, and it proves a bigger challenge, especially in the retail sector that I have, have some clients in,
hmm
of cutting through the clutter of the holiday noise, trying to both take advantage of the season to do things, and then just realizing that the last thing people need right now is, say, one more extra event. So how can we maximize what exists? um it's because when both consumer and planners alike, you're already stretched with extra commitments, and don't forget to savor the season and enjoy it. Haha.
Ha ha.
Which
I mean, I know that, if you're a communicator and you have young children, then, that's an entirely different type of pressure. And but it also, kind of forces you into the joy of the season.
true.
I it can be really tough to, grab that time because, again, it's so busy leading up to this. Not to mention that fall is always a really busy conference and trade show season as well.
Mhm.
So you
Yes.
may have clients involved in a lot of that activity. And so you're just stretched. You're stretched to the max. And then as we get closer and closer to December, clients are wanting to get things all done before year end. And so you
Sure.
sort of limp into the holiday season, probably
Yes.
exhausted. um, and also trying to plan your next year's business and put the final touches on your own plans and getting your accounting all together. And so there's so much, that's compressed into this time of year that it really can be, by the time you get down to Hanukkah and Christmas and, all of the other holidays, you may, if you're like me, honestly, I just want to take a nap. I could
Right.
care less about,
Right.
I just want a nap. Just let me sleep. I just, for a couple of days, can I just lay on my couch and not move?
Well, it's funny. It took me 3 years to realize, when I was working in nonprofit, specifically church communications, with that they have a candlelight Christmas Eve service, which is so lovely. And the third year in a
Yeah.
row, when I sat there falling asleep during it, I said, "What am I doing here? Like, why am I here?"
Yeah.
You've prepared, you promoted. Okay, the event's here. Oh, the room's dark. It's warm. That's lovely, soothing. Why am I here?
Oh,
I'm just here for the candles at the end at this point. Can we just do that so I can go home? I'm sleeping. But yeah, and I know we're not alone. We're certainly not different from anyone else. And it's just, I guess we wanted to talk about this just to say, hey, you know what? This is how it is. So, make sure to take extra care of yourself, because it's so easy to get run down. Drink the extra water because the heat is on, and things are drying out. And try and get that extra rest where you can. Try and just prioritize everything. Do I really need to do X? And really manage your expectations, which we say a lot on this podcast, because all of life is managing expectations. And I know I speak from experience of, I want to make lovely cookie baskets for everyone. And, I said,
no.
no, you know what? This place has great little gift baskets now, and I'm going to slap a bow on that, and it will be just as lovely. Um,
It's funny because I do feel like we touch on this whole issue of balance and wellness, and
yeah.
so many other people are really starting to talk about this. And
Yes.
one of the reasons we do that is because I think that we have all in the past couple of years recognized how important it is not to pretend that we're superhuman, not to feel like we have to, buck up and do
Right.
everything, and we're not impenetrable. And I think that
Right.
we've all sort of realized that good mental health is really important to our whole lives, and it really makes us better at our jobs. And I think,
Yes.
for me, I if if we can just bring to the forefront even a little bit, even with our, small segment of the human population, that you are a human being and you're not
Yeah.
a machine, and that we need to consider that, in our work lives, and especially for solos, create a business that allows you to have whatever balance works for you, and don't feel pressured by everyone else's definition of what success is, even what rest is, because that also looks different for all of us. And
Right.
the holiday seasons can bring on just, an extra set of pressures, of what
Yes.
people feel like you quote unquote should be doing.
Right.
There's the whole gift giving that over the years I've noticed that it's not joyful for people, which is
Right.
heartbreaking to me because gift giving should be something that is done because you genuinely enjoy it and you want to do it, not because you feel pressured, but
Right.
people feel this pressure to do. And so, you've got pressures of work and all of the things that are happening this time of year in our world as communicators.
And we need to remember too, like vocalists, their voice is their instrument. Really, those of us that do creative work and professional services work, our bodies and minds are our instruments. We use our hands to type
True.
and things, but if we don't, again, it gets back to the managing your energy and triaging the things to do. Case in point, yesterday I had a perfectly calm day until 4:37 p.m. when I was going to leave for a 5 p.m. meeting, and pop, 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 things just started popping, and it wasn't bad stuff. It's just clients thankfully needing me for counsel and things, and I was happy to do it. It just kind of cracked me up inside of, did you think you were going to arrive to your that thing on time like an adult all put together? Watch this. But thankfully I had the bandwidth of you know the bandwidth in my mind and energy to take it all in stride. So the holidays just juices that all up to a different level.
It
And
does.
yeah, and on the flip side, sometimes it depends what type of clients you have. Business might slow down a little bit, and hopefully that doesn't create financial stress for you. But hopefully that gives you a little window of time to plan for the new year, and maybe revisit projects to grow your business that you would otherwise not have had time for, or even take a little extra time off. What?
That is a great point too, because you're right. Business can definitely, somewhere around December,
Yeah.
and sometimes. I mean, I've
Yeah.
had years where there's been no slowdown, but normally there is a
Right.
little bit of slowdown, and so as you plan 2020, and you're looking ahead, it's a good idea to, plan for those dips that kind of naturally happen so that
Right.
are really planning your income to allow you to just lean in and enjoy that time of rest.
Yes.
And,
Yeah.
to just make sure that you plan for those things that can unexpectedly happen in life that might cause you to have some bumps where you need to take some time out. I mean, that's a really important point. Going into 2020, it's not just planning what you want your income to look like for the year, but planning for those kind of unexpected things that can happen as well.
Right. Right. I notice it too. That last week or so of August, where it seems like everyone takes it as that opportunity to just slightly mentally check out a little bit. We all know everyone's saying goodbye to summer and gearing up for, what the rhythm of a school year, whether or not you have children. Um, and
Yeah.
so sometimes I'll because I ride myself pretty hard, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad. I'll say, what? No, email's quiet today. Enjoy that moment. That's good. That's a good thing. It's all right. It'll perk back up in no time. So yeah, just try and maybe carve out a little time to just, you know, think about what this holiday season is going to look for you and how you'd like it to look and what actions you can take now, as we approach the onset of, the avalanche that Thanksgiving's arrival will bring, and just see how that might make a difference for you.
I agree. And I mean, if you, some people like to get some work done over the holiday season, especially when we have those natural slowdowns because they feel like it allows them the time to just, work without interruption. And there is
Right.
something that can be special about working on a day when you know that you're not getting any emails and no extra
Yes.
input and you're really able to just focus. But
Yes.
for me, after doing this for so many years and having some years where I work through the holidays and then later regret it, just not
Yeah.
taking that natural time off, I don't do that anymore.
Right.
I find ways to build in that focus time into my normal work rhythm routine. I'm not going to tell
Mhm.
you that that is necessarily an easy thing to do, but I just no longer ask for that permission. I just build out my days and my weeks in a way that makes it easy for me to be at my best. And especially this year. And that's been, a long, hard fought battle. And I just really hope for others that it doesn't take them a decade or more to get there like it did for me and for it to really stick. So if you're early on in your business, just, you don't have to ask permission to take a couple of hours out of a day. And even if that means that you're doing nothing but, brainstorming with yourself and floating ideas or, picking something off of your list that you want to get done because it's important to you, but it may not necessarily, be the most important thing, but it's important to you. That's
Right.
okay. Go for it.
Yeah. Yeah. It definitely takes some practice. I feel like I'm slowly getting there because sometimes I use that. It's even, that client expectation. And I think I've shared this before, but it's like, no one's yelling at me over the phone. But sometimes I think, okay, let me get this done. Let me get that done. I'd really like to just take an hour or so. Well, just do it. They're not saying where are you. They for the most part, if you have a healthy relationship with them and you're getting all your deliverables in, they're not. They probably aren't even thinking about you. So,
True.
so it
True.
definitely is a mindset shift. That's right. I do own my day, don't I? Yes, yes, I do. And make
Well,
sure you're hitting your
and
numbers.
honestly, if we're really honest about it, clients are never really thinking about you. And that's not to be mean. Doesn't mean that they don't like you. It
Right.
just means
They're
that they're
dealing
not
with what's
lying
on their
awake at night
desk.
going, "Oh my God, did Michelle have a day off? Oh my God, is Michelle?" They're just
Did
not
she
thinking
not
like
check my
that.
social media account today?
Right. Exactly. And I mean, if we're really honest, like PR professionals, we're so like, I find that sometimes we can be like the nervous Nelly, like we overthink
Oh, totally.
everything and we're so
Totally.
focused and dedicated and want to meet people's needs that
Yeah.
we obsess. And it,
So
it,
true.
normal living human beings really are not, unless
Don't do
it's,
that.
a child or a family member, you're not really like over obsessing about whether
Right.
somebody's okay
Right.
unless something's going on and you know that it's going on. But in the normal day to day, admit to yourself that you're also not lying awake at night thinking, oh my God, did client X have, enough time today to do their work? Are they okay? Did they take
Right.
time for lunch? Did they eat lunch? It's so it's kind of people kind of expect you to take care of yourself. They kind of expect you to feed yourself,
Yeah.
drink, get some sleep, take a shower. Really
Yes. Yes.
is the point.
Yes. It's so true. And it is funny when you think about it that the skill set that makes us good at what we do of looking ahead and troubleshooting
Yes,
and anticipating problems can also factor in as something we need to be mindful of that it doesn't get out of hand because you know what, if you're ready for your crisis responses, if you're ready for that bad review, then fine, when it happens you'll know about it soon enough, you'll find out as quickly as you need to, and you'll handle it.
true,
Yeah, yeah.
true.
So as Olivia Pope used to say, it's handled.
It's handled because we're all, I believe that our audience is a group of really smart people that, really
Yeah.
are dedicated professionals and you're good at your job. So it really is okay to take a
Yeah.
moment. And you know, I admit that there have been years that I have just forgotten, but this time of year can truly be magical
Yes.
if you just take a second and enjoy that magic. And
Yeah.
it has nothing to do with any one holiday in particular, but it's a
Right.
time of traditions and fun and just a little bit of magic for everyone. And
Yes.
that's a beautiful thing. And so we shouldn't miss that because
Right.
you know, life has
Work
no
will always be there.
guarantee.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh God, it
That is
will for
true.
sure.
Yeah. So we give you permission. Sometimes I know I'll have this talk with myself. What do you need? Someone to give you permission? I'm like, yeah, actually would be nice. That would trigger me maybe a little bit. Yeah, yeah, a little external influence would be good. Yeah. So we give you permission and we encourage you to make sure you carve
Absolutely.
out time for yourself. You'll be a better professional for it. So trust that.
Trust
Yeah.
that. Although the one tradition that I'm not indulging in are all of the goodies around this time of year. I do not give myself permission to do that.
Well, yes, that's the one advantage of being a solo, unlike when you're in an agency and everyone's sending goodie after goodie after goodie.
Yes,
That
yes,
that doesn't usually hit us. So that's a good thing.
it's a
That
great
is
thing.
yet another advantage. You don't have to worry about dodging the cookie tray.
Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, people in agencies and even clients, because I love sending goodies, but
Oh yeah,
I
I'll
will
send
not
them.
be indulging in those this year.
We'll get you an advent calendar. You just do one a day. Well,
That could be
we
dangerous.
we want to hear from you. What are your ways that you cope or plan throughout the holiday, managing all of the expectations and your work and your professional lives and still, having a bit of the magic of this season. So make sure you subscribe, share. We would love if you'd share our podcast if you're enjoying it with people that you think would get something out of it as well. And please do check us at soloprpro.com and connect with us online. We'd love your feedback. And we thank you for listening yet again. And until next time.